Hello everyone! This is Saurian Target welcoming you to another mini Carnivores mod showcase, where today we are taking a look at another highly requested dinosaur that has finally made its way to Carnivores. The high-spined lizard Acrocanthosaurus, designed and modeled by Daubeny and animated by Gigadon. This gigantic beast is an awesome depiction of a carnivore-style Acrocanthosaurus, complete with cannon-style textures and proportions, a pretty unique color scheme among most carnivores predators, with muted yellows, oranges, and reds, and some very powerful, very appropriate sound work. As you guys may know, I love chunky dinosaurs, and this Acro is one of the chunkiest I've ever seen. This thing is huge, not just in terms of height or length, but also just in terms of sheer mass. That iconic high spine almost becomes a hump on this guy. I just adore how big and beefy these things look. Honestly, it's not even an overly weird or alien-looking Acrocanthosaurus. It's a pretty standard carnivore's depiction, immediately recognizable as its namesake dinosaur. I mean, that head shape just screams Acrocanthosaurus, and I'm perfectly fine with that. It's got all the right components that come together to make a very high-quality new dinosaur. It even comes with an alternate skin based on my old hypothetical artwork for a mobile port Acro, which, in turn, I based on the Abandoned Islands Acro, which was just kind of a cheeky way for me to hypothetically include some extended canon concepts into the official games. As with Zera's Massospondylus, while I don't think my artwork of the Acro is that good anymore, I still think it's so cool to see a version of that concept show up on this dinosaur. It looks way better than what I envisioned, in my opinion. I love this Acro. It's huge and fearsome and feels like such an intimidating predator. It really makes me wish this guy had been in vanilla Carnivores 2 from the start all those years ago. I think it could have easily been the final huntable itself. The biggest Acro that I've killed so far is an 11-ton one. Here it is next to a 12-ton T-Rex and a 24-ton Amargasaurus for scale. I'm telling you guys, these things are absolutely gigantic. I love them. And what makes me really happy is that this Acrocanthosaurus is on Ceratosaurus AI. I'm just so glad to see these standalone dinosaur add-ons starting to branch away from Chasmo and Spino AI. With all that said, I think my biggest beef with the Acro, no pun intended, and at least, just for right now, is just how bulky it is. This thing is an absolute bullet sponge. It's got about double the health of the vanilla Carnivores 2 Ceratosaurus. And right now, it doesn't have a mortal zone, which means you'll have to just pump an insane amount of ammunition into this thing just to bring it down. That's what's always bothered me personally about Carnivores games and mods that don't use mortal zones. I feel like I'm wasting an entire weapon's worth of ammo just to bring down one dinosaur. This thing eats up so much firepower, and because lots of weapons have to take time to, eject empty casings or reload at a certain point, there are only like a couple of weapons that have enough ammo, fire fast enough, and do enough damage to kill this thing before it kills you. Unless of course you manage to get it stuck on the terrain, which I've always found to be a pretty cheap tactic. This makes the Acro more frustrating than challenging to hunt right now, again, in my opinion, so I do really hope that a Mortal Zone version is coming out soon. Now, the Acrocanthosaurus, as we've established, is a chunky, beefy, tanky boy. So there are only a few weapons that I would recommend using to bring one down. Most prominently, any sort of sniper rifle that can deal a lot of damage from a long distance, just to make sure you've got enough time to compensate for their reloads, or something that doesn't have much kick or reload at all, like the laser rifle. However, there is one weapon that I cannot, will not, under any circumstances, recommend you use to take down an Acrocanthosaurus. And that's the weapon we are showcasing today. The Tactical Pistol, designed, modeled, and animated by Cactus. So, from my personal experience with it, the Tac Pistol has one primary job: fire as many bullets as quickly as possible in a panic to hit an animal's vitals before it gets you. It's an incredibly weak weapon, but you don't need a lot of firepower when hitting a mortal zone. You just have to hit it. And in that regard, the Tac Pistol is actually pretty great to use. It fires and reloads fast, has basically zero recoil, and has a lot of ammo, which allows you to basically aim at an animal's vitals and fire away consequence-free until you hit something important. Against an animal without any mortal zones, however, the Tac Pistol is, for all intents and purposes, useless. And when pitted against a big, beefy bullet sponge creature like Acrocanthosaurus, without using cheats or putting a ton of high caliber damage into it beforehand, it is impossible to bring one down. For science, I hopped into debug mode to see exactly how many shots it would take from a Tac Pistol to bring down an Acrocanthosaurus from full health. And the result is 30. 30 shots. The Tac Pistol only has 8 shots, 16 with double ammo. You'd need a full other pistol with double ammo and near perfect accuracy to even hope to bring one down. The Tac Pistol's a whole lot of fun, its design and animations are great, but you gotta know when and how to use it, and you definitely shouldn't be using it on an Acrocanthosaurus. At least, not right now, hopefully. Alright, there you go guys, a gargantuan new apex predator and a teeny tiny pistol are now ready to be used in separate hunts and never against each other. But which of these new mods is your favorite? Which Acrocanthosaurus skin do you prefer? How does the Tac Pistol compare to some of the other pistols we've showcased, like the Chop Slayer or some revolvers? Be sure to let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And as always, download links for these mods are in the description. Thanks as always for watching guys, you are all truly the best, and I will see you guys next time.